How's it going, ScrubGamers? Welcome back to another video here at ScrubGames, and today we have another episode of our previously in DBSCG series, going over the week's news for any of the Dragon Ball card games, so you can look in one video at the end of the week rather than day by day as it goes on. And we got another one for Fusion World because we still haven't had anything new or interesting for Masters. Like, no, we got a new set coming out soon, but no spoilers or anything starting yet. So we've just got Dragon Ball Fusion World news because we still have spoilers coming out for that for the first set, and finally, by the end of this, well, because it is the weekend now, and it is the end of the week, we have all of the common, uncommon, and rares revealed now. So starting from tomorrow, we'll start getting the SRs and see how everything changes with those strong SR cards. We've already seen one SR being the Goku in red, and that actually makes a good big difference in the testing for colors because they've got an SR and it's quite a good one as well. So we get to see about those for the SR as well. We know what kind of characters we're going to get for the SRs, which is quite nice because if you map it out for the cards revealed, we kind of know like the order of how they're revealed, like by the Japanese card names. So we can kind of see, like I know for yellow, one of them is going to be an SR, for like Ginyu SR, which is going to be great, and most of the cards I go speculating because we've got 12 SRs and that kind of makes it seem like 8 leaders. We got one SR for each leader, like 1 3 for that leader, and then one generic one as well for each color. So like 12 SRs overall, 8 of them being one each for the 8 characters, SR for that leader, and then the remaining 4 being for each of the 4 colors, one generic one. So that's the idea, but we'll find out when we see it next week, and hopefully I'm looking forward to seeing the Ginyu one because personally I just love Ginyu and I'm looking forward to playing that deck. But we're here for the reveals this week, so we're going to get into it now. And just remember, you can like, comment, and subscribe. Keeps my videos updated. Keeps you updated with my videos as and when they drop. And you can even click the notification bell to get alerts when my videos do drop. And by dropping a like, you can let me know if you enjoy this content and this series. And comment down below if there's any comments you have regarding the video or anything about the channel. So without the way, let's get on and have a look at this week's spoilers. So starting off with red, like we normally do, we go by colour order. Start with red, and this week we got shown these 2 cards for red, being Shin and Piccolo. So some more ones for the Universe 7. So we got Shin being a free cost 20k, pretty decent, not too bad power to cost ratio, and then Piccolo being a 2 cost 15k, not too bad power to cost ratio. Both taking combos with some interesting effects. So we got Shin, he's more of one that you'd be running with Beerus, because he's got more of a benefit from, he gives only like a real benefit to Beerus, but still 10k combo is still a nice stat if you just want to chuck it in. But he works with Beerus because his effect is permanent during your turn. Your leader with God Destruction in its special traits gets 10k power, but gets 10k power. So that means during your turn, your leader is an extra 10k more in that stack. So if you have multiple Shins on the board, your leader becomes huge. And considering you're a crit leader, get this down turn 3 to, like, when your opponent starts playing, okay, maybe I don't want to start taking these crits, I want to start comboing out. This makes it so it's going to be harder for them to combo out, so they're still taking the crits unless they want to force you awaken. So this is one that really only works with the Beerus leader because remember, the leaders are color locked, so you can only play red cards if your leader's red. And the other than Beerus, the only other 2 red leaders are both Gokus, the starter deck one and the set one. So this only really works with that one. So this is more of a Beerus card and a pretty good one to boot. Then we have Piccolo, and this is quite on theme for him. So his effect is a permanent. All your Son Gohan Adolescence battle cards with 5k get 5k power. So that means there's the one that is a free cost, comes down and minuses your opponent's entire board by 10k. That can get an extra 5k, so that goes from a free cost 20k to a free cost 25k. That has a good effect. And you got the one from the star deck, the 4-drop SR. That when it comes, it's got critical. When it attacks, you minus one of your opponent's battle cards by 10k for the turn. And it's also 25k for 4 energy. That makes it 30k 4 energy. So 30k crit is pretty nice. But then this card itself isn't that strong. But then put this with the Goku lead that boosts all your Unit 7 battle cards by 5k. Means this is going to be 20k on attack, meaning that you can then threaten leaders. Will also get an even bigger boost. So getting a 5k boost from this and a 5k boost from your lead for your Gohan cards is pretty decent. Not sure how great that'd be, but at the very least, it's a 10k combo, which is not too bad. So those 2 cards. Then we got some more red cards, being the last 2 extra cards. So we finally get to see the last 2 extra cards for it. And we get a fill card for red, so both red and green get fill cards, which is quite nice. And also we get a searcher extra card, exactly the same as the U6 one we saw, but for Universe 7. So we have the 1 cost assemble representatives of Universe 7 and the 2 cost Tournament of Power Arena. So The assemble representatives of the Universe 7 exactly the same as the U661. Basically, it's either a battle trick and a searcher. In one, you ever use one of the effects with everyone. So during your turn, you got the activate main. Reveal the top 5 cards of your deck and reveal up to one Universe 7 card in its special traits and add to your hand. To place the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. And looks for any Universe 7, so no restriction, just look at top 5 to get any Universe 7. So in a Universe 7 deck, which is going to be your focus with probably a popular one, thanks to the U7 Goku leader similar to Zoro in One Piece, giving a 5k boost to all your Universe 7 cards during your turn. This can be a nice one to search out anyone, so if you're looking for any specific card, this can grab super combos, grab your boss cards, you can grab any Universe 7 cards, and there's a fair few good ones in combined with the set 1 and the starter deck of U7. And it's also got the activate battle, kind of during your turn. Well, this is during your turn, so it's only offensively, not defensively. Where because I think the Universe 6-1 is, I think that's the new difference. Is the Universe 6-1 is during your opponent's turn, where the activate on this one activate battle is during your turn. You get to choose your leader or up to one of your battle cards, gets 15k power for the battle. So the U6-1 is being defensive, the Universe 7-1 is being defensive, which is pretty interesting. Well, yeah, offensive for the Universe 7-1. But this is quite nice as well, because especially if you pair it with the Roshi, the Self and Weaker Roshi in the set, which allows you to take a life, well, makes you take a life, and then make the next extra card you play for the turn be reduced by 1. So it means you can use Roshi, take a life to reduce the cost, and you can play this for free as a searcher, or as or when you attack as a battle trick, which is quite nice. So a good synergy there. And then you got Tournament of Power Arena. So this is the first red field card. So field cards are the exact same as in Masters, but when you play it out, it stays on the field in your battle area. And if you play an error field card, it replaces the one you currently have out. So basically same as Masters. And this one's got Activate Battle, switch this card to Rest Mode as the cost, choose your leader up to one of your battle cards, gives it 5k power for the battle. This is quite nice. The only problem with this card is an extra card, so it's dead in your hand, and then but as soon as you can see it early enough, get it out, it can get a load of good use out of it. But if you didn't see it too late, you didn't really see it at all, it can be like dead in hand and just more of a hindrance than a benefit. But what's on board, just either player's turn, as long as it's in active mode, you get to switch this card to Rest Mode and give a 5k boost. So you can either use offensively to boost up something on attacking, or you can use defensively, like using this as a way to, for free every turn, combo out of a 20k to your 20k leader when you're awakened by just going, give it 5k. It's quite nice because it's either a battle card or your leader, which is very good. So it's got some good uses, but you just got to find it, and it's not as searchable as any other cards because the only trait it's got is World of Void. It doesn't have any like universe trait or anything like that. It's just World of Void, so it's not searchable, but it is a pretty decent card if you see it early enough. So this one's going to be one where if you see it early enough, you play it, you can get a good benefit, but if you don't see it, it can be more of a hindrance. So it depends how many copies you're going to play, and if you're going to play it at all. So those are red cards. We move on to, we got an odd number for the blue and red ones. So all they have green and yellow had a even number of reveals. Red and blue had the odd number of ones. So we've got the red going into blue ones. So we got a Vegeta in here as well. So a 2 cost 20k with 2 cost 20k Vegeta and a 4 cost 25k Trunks. So they both have 5k combo. And Vegeta is an interesting one where just permanent your turn. This card gets 10k power when it's in a battle with opponent's battle cards. This is quite nice to help deal with board control. It's just a 2 cost 20k, which is pretty good stats on its own. Not great on the common power, but it makes sense because the stats and the effect are pretty good. And then when it attacks to a battle card, it then does additional 10k. So when you in any red deck, you're just swinging that 30k into opponent's battle area, just kind of remove the boards, get rid of them by combat. But then when the Universe 7 deck with the Goku, or even the other Goku leader, you get an extra 5k boost, or can optionally get a 5k boost with the start one to make it 35. So using this as a cheap way to remove battle cards from the board by attacking into them is pretty good. But yeah, it's pretty nice, but it's not amazing. It just only gets that boot in battle card, but still 2 cost 20k. Even attacking to lead is pretty decent. And then we got the Trunks. So not the greatest power to its cost. Well, it's not that great. A 25 is not too bad for 4, but then you can get up to 30k for skillless ones. 5k combos is not that bad, but it does have critical, so it means if it does connect damage to your opponent's leader, they're not gaining the cards to hand, they're going to drop. And then you got the on player, choose up to 1 of your battle cards choose up to 1 battle card with cost 3 or less material hand, so more bouncing. But it's not great putting it back to hand when for the same, for less cost without a body, you can Sinister Sickle the bottom deck to 4 cost or less. And it's not too bad, it's 25k critical 4. and then on play you can bounce back. And the good thing about in this game compared to Masters is that if your opponent wants to play that card back out, they have to actually pay the actual cost, which is not going to be great if you bounce back a free cost. Putting that free energy again means he's basically wasted a turn dropping something. But then if it's got an on play that you've bounced back to get to use it again, or if it's something they want to play out again for whatever, he's got another effect that's quite decent, or then his combo power back in the hand, it's not the greatest. So I don't see myself playing this much. But then this is the 4-drop one. I think we got another one coming up that's cheaper, all the same cost for the SR for the blue one, for Trunks. But that's the red and blue, so we go more into the blue ones. So we've got some Goku Black and Zamasu ones. So we've got another copy of Goku Black. We're still expecting one, which is the SR, and then we got the last Zamasu. So they're both 10k combo, pretty nice. It's nice to have 10k combo on cards. But we got Goku Black being a free cost, 20k. But remember, with the Elise effect, you can kind of bottom deck Zamasu to reduce this down by 2, so you can get a 1 cost 20k, which is not too bad. And we got Zamasu being a 1 cost 10k. Goku Black essentially on play if you have 7 or fewer cards in hand, draw cards. It's like a cantrip, but only if you've got 7 or fewer cards in hand, but still not too bad. Like blue's the whole like kind of gimmick of if you have 7 or fewer cards in hand, you get these effects that are quite good. Like Pilaf is one of the most busted ones in blue. To kind of like recycling, keep that low hand size, but you keep recycling, build up a board of like fodder or effects and stuff like that. And then you got this Zamasu where if you have a Goku Black battle card, it's kind of against blocker, and then explains what blocker is. Now this doesn't seem that good at all. It's a never Zamasu to have like fuel for your Goku Black to reduce the cost of Goku Black battle cards, but it's not great because you need to have a Goku Black battle card on board to gain blocker. So it's essentially a shit vanilla if without a Goku Black battle card on board. Like if it counted the leader card, it should have counted leader card as well. That would have made more sense, but it doesn't, so you have to have a battle card, and they're not going to be cleared, or you're going to be not, like, so far we've got this free cost and a 4 cost skillless, so you're not going to get one out until late. And so far until we see the SR, we're not going to see, like, how good it is to Goku Black to warrant putting these Masters out to then bottom deck them just to reduce the cost of these Goku Black ones. So, it doesn't seem great, but hopefully the SR kind of changes up that, but they're still not a great Zamasu target compared to the others. So that's those blue cards. We had the last 2 blue cards being the last 2 extra cards for blue. So we have Final Hope Slash and Sinister Shadows. So we've got a Battle Trick in Final Hope Slash and an interesting one for the Goku Black deck for Sinister Shadows. So Final Hope Slash is a 1 cost battle trick. It's an activate battle during your turn. Choose your leader up to one of your battle cards and it gains 20k power for the battle. Then choose up to one of your battle cards with a cost 2 or less, which is in his hand. That's quite bad. That's quite good. It like kind of goes in tail with like kind of Trunks' archetype, where you can get out the 2 cost Trunks. That's a 30k. That when at the end of turn after it's attacked, it goes to the bottom of your deck. So you can kind of swing with that, swing with something else, use this, put the extra 20k power into that attack, bounce back the Trunks. So that way you can either use it as 10k combo because it's 10k combo as well, which is amazing, or play it out again to do more things. And then we got Sinister Shadow, which is an interesting one where free energy. Activate main if you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand. You can choose it to one of your Goku Black battle cards, which is active mode. So the power of this doesn't seem that great with what we've seen so far, but then we still haven't seen the SR. So maybe this card's like viability, like for being decent, because free energy to restand a Goku Black doesn't seem great so far. But if the SR is like really good, this could actually have a spot to actually, because restanding something that's very strong, like very powerful, especially when you can make it a little bit cheaper, playing out thanks to the effect of the Goku Black lead. You can make this a lot better, like making it swing twice, and especially if it's got an on attack effect, that could be pretty good. But we need to see an SR before we can see how strong this is going to be, because so far it doesn't seem that impressive for free energy to restand a Goku Black, considering what the ones do, which is one is a skillless and one is on play, draw a card. But if the SR is any good, this can make it this card from not being very good to being actually pretty strong, depending. We have to see an SR first. And one thing to say is that these are most recyclable, and you can recycle the Sinister Shadows with the pick. Like both are recyclable with the Piccolo from the starter deck to recycle back, to grab back as well, because that grabs back any extra card as long as you've got 7 or less in hand. And Final Hope Slash can be not only by Piccolo but also by Pilaf as well. Like Pilaf grabs any 1 cost Earthling card from your 1 cost Earthling card from your drop, as long as you've got 7 less cards in hand, so it can recycle the Time Machine itself, other really good 1-drops, and also Final Hope Slap for like just recycle back. Especially with Trunks, you can use this, use Pilaf, grab Final Hope Slash back, swing. Put 20k to the attack, bounce back peel off, so you can then use it again and loop it every turn for 2 energy. You put an extra 20k into the leader's swing into a swing and get back the peel off, so you can keep recycling it over and over again. It's really strong. Like, it's some really strict, like crazy combos in blue, and this is a really nice one to go with it. And even if that, you don't have to bounce back your own stuff, you can even bounce back your opponent's stuff, but you've got Trunks also bounce back peel off too, or your opponent's boards. So you've got a nice bit of control in Trunks, and Trunks does look like a good one. It just needs a bit of testing and to see some of these SRs as well. So that is blue. Let's go into green. So here we have the first lot of the green cards, and we have the androids. And for the androids, we have a 4-cost of Android 17. They're both basically both same card apart from different character names. So they're both 4-cost, 20k, 5k combo with an on play of add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. Then play the other android. So if you're 17, you play 18, 18 play 17 with a cost of 3 or less when you drop. And we've seen that with Android 17, there's 2 targets for this, being a 2-cost is critical. So the 2-cost crit that each color has is in the Android 17, and then you've got a 3-cost skillless. You've got some not amazing choices for Android 17, but with the Android 18, the only free drop we've seen so far is the one that when it attacks, you can place a card from your energy in your drop, and then play a card from your hand in your energy, so you can kind of ramp up mix, and your fill card can then tap it to put that Android, if you sacked off Android from your energy, put it back in your energy with that. So kind of in synergy with that. And it's quite nice because it means that the Android deck has self-awakeners. So if you get held up by awakening, you can have this to help you awaken, plus actually allows you to swarm the board, so go wider on strategies, because 20k still threatens your opponent's awakened lead, and then playing another card to attack with as well means you can combo off defensively, defend yourself, and then play it back out, make use of it. Nice little combo tricks with the androids. And then we have for the last 2 green cards being Android 16 and Trunks Future. So 2 blockers, and both have really good synergy with the Gohan stuff. But well, Trunks being more with the Gohan deck, Gohan leader, whereas Android 16 going on with one of the Gohan battle cards. So we got the way with Trunks first is 3-cost 20k with 5k combo, so not much 2 billion combo power, but not too bad power to cost ratio. Also have to it's got to be 3-4 greens, so it's going to be a little bit different. Well, you're not going to get the benefit of this really unless it's with the Gohan lead. So unless we get a multicolor one with the Gohan lead, doesn't really matter too much. But it's a blocker, so it can block an attack and then to protect yourself. And it's got they both have a when KO'd effect, and Trunks is if your leader is the Son Gohan childhood leader, add a top card of your deck to your energy, so you can use it as a way to defend yourself, block an attack, die, and then ramp. That's really nice. That's really nice for a blocker. That's a really good Trunks for the Gohan deck. Adds a bit more defense to being potentially aggroed down, what adds to your ramping as well to increase your energy to play your bigger things. That's the whole thing of green, is that it's a lot better in this game than it is Masters. Well, currently. Where it's the ramping color. It's not like blue used to be the ramping color and draw color. Now green is the ramping color to play play big things, and that's really nice. And this adds to adds a bit more ramp, which already had pretty good for Gohan. So you have it a little bit more. Then we've got Android 16. So this is a 6-cost, but only 15k power, so a lot weaker for its cost. But then it's still a 10k combo. And this may not seem like way too much for such little cost, but you're going to use it to block. And it's more generic, you can use it in any of the green decks because it doesn't have a synergy with just a leader. It's got a synergy with just green in general. Because you pay 6 for it to come out, block it, so you can block attack, and then its effect, which is when KO'd, you get to play up a 1 Son Gohan childhood card with cost of 6 from your drop. And currently it's only 1 target, and that 1 target is amazing because it's a 6-cost 35k, so it's the same cost. So a 6-cost you're playing it for free from this. 35k, which is very strong to push some pressure on to board or leader, and it's got a very strong effect of when played, add the top card of your deck to your life, so it heals you at life. So this is a way to play to loop the Gohan to make more use of it, to bring this down, defend an attack, and then be able to play out the Gohan, bring a bigger body to the board, and heal yourself with life as well. So you block 2 damage because you've blocked an attack, which would have potentially been 1 damage, and then healed yourself, which allows you to take an extra 1 damage then. The only problem with this card is red's just going to neg it, and until we find out if red KOs on neg or not, because it could be like Masters where it doesn't trigger KO effects, you get -0, it could be like ever Bandai games where when it gets reduced to 0, it still counts as KOing. We have to find out that when we get the actual game drop. But if -0 doesn't KO, this is pointless against red. And you have things like yellow, like this works pretty well against blue and green because they don't have ways to get really big 6-drop things without KOing them. And yellow can always just rest it. Yellow can just rest it so it's not in the way, and then just get past it. So it's against two, like half the colours is good against, half the colours is not, depending on how the rulings come for red with power reduction when the game fully releases. So with that green that way, we go to the last colour being yellow. And yellow got a good 6 cards because it was missing quite a few. And let's have a look at these ones. So first 2 yellow cards, we got 2 free drops, both 20k, but then Raccoon having 5k power and Salsa having 10k combo. So Salsa having a bit less combo power, but not a strong an effect, whereas Raccoon has a pretty strong effect, but a little bit less combo power. Now Raccoon was the last part of the Ginyu Force we were missing, and his effect is amazing. It was worth the wait. Because its effect is on play, add up to 1 card from your left to your hand, so a bit of Self-Awaken if you get stalled. Then add up to 1 battle card with a cost of 2 or less, and Ginyu Force special traits from your hand. So that is amazing for free energy, paying out 20k to then help you awaken if you need be, like take more life. And free play out of 2 cost or less Ginyu Force. You got good ones. Well, you got some pretty good ones. You've got the 1-drop Ginyu to bring out, and then just rest it, draw a card, which then draws you more cards, especially if you've got like Banana or the Freezer Leader to restand at the end of the turn. You can bring out the 2-cost Ginyu we've currently got, which is a top 5 searcher and 0 common power, so you want to get it out of your hand and onto the board as quick as possible, and getting 5 energy of battle cards for free energy is really good, especially since they're both then 20k, can threaten awaken leaders and then replace themselves as well. And you've also got the Berto, which is a skillless one. You've got Guldo, which bring it out and then stun something, or you've got the Jace, which Jace is only 1 cost, it doesn't matter too much, but you've got some good targets with it. And it just allows you to go wide strategy at Ginyu is good for, bringing out as many Ginyu forces as you can to then power up one of your extra cards that is busted, we'll see in a bit, and also just be able to go wide and just pressure loads. Then we got Salsa. Now this is pretty decent. It's free cost 20k. 10k combo is really nice, but then its effect isn't as great because the Armored Squadron stuff is pretty lackluster. Like Cooler is like Archetype looks quite lackluster, but the leader is pretty nice. Because activate main switch is called the rest mode. Play up to 1 battle card where it costs 2 or less, and Cooler's Armored Squadron with special traits from your hand. Now you have to wait until turn 3 when you get the free energy to play this out, and you got to switch to the rest and play out 2 cost Cooler's Armored Squadron. No, there's not many. You've got the you've technically got the Dior to restand this, so you can use it again. You've got the Ever Salsa, which is a crit one, and you've got Nezi, which is a blocker. The only problem is Dora and the Ever Salsa are both 15k, so when your opponent awakens, you've got to start putting some combo power into it just to threaten, which isn't great. And you've got the Nezi, which is 20k, but it's a blocker, so you want to use defend. And Nezi's got the effect of you have to take a life when you play it, meaning that if you're low on life or awakened, you don't really want to be taking life just to play a blocker that can be removed or bounced back or anything like that. So Cooler's Armored Squadron isn't that great. Hopefully the Cooler SR kind of like changes that up a bit, makes it a little bit more usable. But still, the Ginyu Force archetype is splashable in all the yellow decks and is pretty decent with Cooler as well. Then we go on to the Ever battle cards. So we got the last super combo in for yellow in Nail, so nothing more to say. It's actually out the Ever super combo, it's just the characters Nail and a Namekian. And then the Ever card we've got, the last rare we got shown today, is Freezer. Well, the last rare that we didn't know, which is Freezer. And this is a pretty nice Freezer. It's a 5 cost, 25k, so not too bad the power to cost. 10k combo as well, which is pretty nice. 10k combo. And it's on play, it's play up to 1 King Cole, but it costs 4 from your hand. So there's 2 targets so far for this. There's the SR1 in the Yellow Star deck, which is a 25k blocker when it's KO'd. Pop something 4 less in your opponent's battle area. That's in rest. And you've got the Ever 4 cost, which is a skillless, a 30k skillless. But still, that's not too bad for 5 energy, paying out 9 energy worth of stuff in a single turn 5. It's pretty good, especially after that you can start spamming out these Mecha Freezers, pet your King Colds, it's not too bad. And plus, it's a 10k combo, so at the very least, it's very useful. You even have Apple to search this because it's a Freezer army, but then it's just 1 energy too high for Cooler to restand it. But it's still not too bad. Pretty nice card, just to help, like Yellow has the whole go wide strategy, which is quite nice. They go wide for loads of attacks, and this Freezer's a pretty decent one for a pretty good one for a rare. And then we got the last yellow cards, being the last 2 extra cards. So yellow, just like blue, have 4 extra cards in the deck, and we got the last 2 Ginyu Force ones. So a fair few Ginyu Force extra cards, which is quite nice because Ginyu Force is the best force. But then we got all the yellow ones are 1 cost, so all the yellow extra cards are 1 cost. And we got the Activate Battle, Bonds of the Ginyu Force, being their battle trick, are very, very strong. I'll have you know, or get sort of effect. And then an Everyone being Now You See the Power of the Ginyu Force. Both are really strong cards, have the Freeze Army trait, so searchable for anything that's such a Freeze Army. And same for the Ginyu Force as well, being searchable for a fair few cards in yellow. So we got Bonds of the Ginyu Force. This is your battle trick. It's an activate battle. Choose your leader or up to one of your battle cards. It gets 10k power for the battle. But then, if that card gets 5k power for the battle for each card with Ginyu Force, it is special traits among your leader and battle cards. So if you go wide with the Ginyu Force, like we can do with Raccoon and like J Speed at 1 cost, Raccoon spamming out 2 costs or less, you can get a wide board, and then for every Ginyu Force you have, including your leader and battle era, you get on top of that 10k, you get extra 5k. So if you've got 4 Ginyu Force out and you use this, that's 30k for 1 energy. That's stronger than most of the other battle cards. That's even stronger than the green one that just when you get 6 energy is 25 for the starter deck. So this can get absurd power. I've had it when I've got it, I've had it so in some games where I've dropped this, and every copy of Bonds to Ginyu Force has been 60k power additional to a battle card, meaning that when I get my opponent to 1, I'm going to swing once, put everything into, like 2 of these into it, and that's extra like 120k to finish off a last swing. Like this can get to phenomenal power, and it's just amazing, especially when you count your leader as well. That adds to your leader if you play the Ginyu leader, which I'm going to be doing, to get even bigger boosts. With the Ginyu leader, it's a 15k minimum, but with outside that is 10k plus whatever, and yeah, you can go very wide with this as well. And you got the Everyone. Now you see the power of the Ginyu Force. This is a draw one. This is if you ever played Masters and you've seen the yellow card. I am the world champion, which is like a one with Jackie Chan on it, which is quite funny. And that's one that for if you have a Goku childhood card on your board, you get to draw 2. Well, this is kind of similar, where this is activate main. If you have 2 or more battle cards with Ginyu Force special traits, draw 2 cards. Rikku can instantly just play it. You play Raccoon, you play out a 3/1 there, you got your 2 on the board straight away. Or you play 2 Jace out for 1 energy, there's 2 there. Very easy to get 2 Ginyu Force out for this. And then for 1 energy to draw 2 more, means you can like draw for your deck, and it just gives yellow. Like yellow just seems to be the resting colour that also has the most draw power as well, drawing a ton of cards for your deck, have a lot of recycling, which is very nice. Not many colours can actually draw for the deck quite quickly. Like red has a lack of draw power, blue's not too bad. Green kind of fills through the deck by like ramping ramps on the deck and stuff as well, and then yellow can just draw through the deck to get a ton of cards and find whatever they need. And these 2 Ginyu Force cards are just amazing for the archetype, just yellow in general. And that is it. So that is all the commons, uncommons, and rares filled now. So start for tomorrow, we'll start getting the SRs to see like what impact the SRs have to the decks, to see if because some cards are waiting for, not cards, sorry, some decks are waiting for their SRs to see if they're actually the archetype's actually worth it, the leader's worth it. Like same with Goku Black and Caller, they're waiting for the SR to see what if they're actually worth it or not. Like more Goku Black than Ginyu, and everyone's to see like how the power creeps with those. And I'm looking forward to seeing the Ginyu one to see what that card does for the Ginyu Force, because already it's really good, but it just needs that little bit more to kind of help with its bad matchup. It could be the best deck in the format, in my opinion. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next one. And hopefully see you next week when we cover the SR as refilled for Fusion World. Bye for now.